Claim your greatness. You stand here today with your heart beating, with dreams whispering in the silence of your mind. But tell me this, have you ever wondered what you're truly capable of, deep down, beyond the labels that others have placed on you? Beyond your successes, beyond your failures, lies something powerful, something unshakable. It's time to claim it. Imagine a child born with nothing but hope in their eyes, growing up in the shadows of doubt, hearing the world say, "You will never be enough." And yet that child grows up. They pick themselves up again and again, fueled by a fire no one could see, chasing a light that only they could feel. This child could be you, or someone you know. That journey from doubt to triumph starts with a single decision to claim your greatness. Listen to the silence just before a thunderstorm, that pregnant pause where the whole world seems to hold its breath. In that moment, anything can happen. The sky could open up and wash the earth with rain, or maybe the sun will break through the clouds, painting the world with hope. We are in that moment right now. The storm of doubt and fear rumbles around us, but we can choose to be that sunbeam. We can decide that greatness will shine through. Every story of success, every tale of triumph against the odds shares a secret. It's not about where you start, but what you decide to do with where you are. It doesn't matter if you walk into this room wearing a suit or worn-out jeans. It doesn't matter if you drove here in your Tesla or caught the bus and walked the last mile. Whether you are rich or poor, whether you've soared to dizzying heights or feel you haven't even left the ground, the truth is the same. Greatness isn't something given to a few special people. It's something inside you waiting to be claimed. So let me ask you, will you walk out of here today the same person who came in? Or will you stand up, shoulders square, eyes bright, and say, "Yes, I am ready. I'm going to claim my greatness." Because all it takes is a decision. One decision, one moment, one breath, and everything changes. That decision has to start from you. So let's begin this journey together. Let's break through the clouds and step into our greatness. Now, I want you to hear me when I say this. The seed of greatness was planted inside you the moment you were born. This truth is not measured by the shape of your bank account, nor by the brand of clothing you wear. It doesn't matter if you drive a car or walk miles. Greatness resides deep within your character, within your heart. When I was a kid, people called me nothing. I had no silver spoon, no leg up, but I had something. A voice inside that said, "This is not it. You can do more." Picture someone standing at a crossroads. One road is safe, known, paved with familiar streetlights. The other road is dark, uncertain, unmarked. You have made the decision to step onto that unmarked path. Why? Because you feel a whisper, a calling that greatness awaits you on the other side. That whisper is your truth saying, "I was made for this." Think of all the famous names you know, the millionaires, the CEOs, the celebrities. Do you think they were always extraordinary? No, some of them started with nothing. Their greatness wasn't handed to them. They had to claim it, step into it, fight for it. And do you know what? You have the same ability. You have greatness in the way you're breathing right now, in the way your heartbeat carries that unwavering desire for more. Wealth or status don't create greatness. Your choices do. Your daily acts of courage, your willingness to keep going when others quit, that is what creates greatness. Let me share a story. A young woman, brilliant and curious, was raised in poverty. Her family barely made ends meet, but her eyes were always turned toward learning. At night, while her friends watched TV, she read books under a dim lamp. People told her, "This world isn't for people like us." But she refused to believe it. She decided to make school her ticket out. Years went by, long nights studying, sacrifices, cheap instant noodles instead of dinner. Was it easy? No. Did she doubt? Every day. But one day she received a letter, an acceptance to a scholarship at a university. That moment, she realized she had claimed her ticket. She had claimed her greatness. Now, years later, she's a doctor, bringing healing to people from her same hometown. She never forgot those nights under the lamp. She carries them like a medal on her chest, proof that greatness lived inside her all along. Now, successful friends, listen to this. Just because you've already made it doesn't mean your greatness is complete. You've climbed mountains, yes, but there are more peaks ahead. Your past victories are proof of the strength inside you. Are you ready for the next challenge? It's there, on the horizon, and it calls your name. And to those listening who feel beaten down, I see you. The world may have told you no, maybe even screamed it. It may have tried to define you by your mistakes, your history, your hardships. But hear me, you are not limited by your past. Your potential isn't determined by what happened to you, but by what you do with what happened. Every morning when you wake up, you get a blank page. You can write anything on it. Don't let others write that story for you. Only you decide if it ends in triumph or defeat. Greatness isn't a prize handed out at birth or at graduation. It's something you claim when you look fear in the eye and say, I'm coming for what's mine. It's not something that others see first. It's something that you see for yourself. It was there when you took your first breath. It's there when you took your first step. Remember the feeling of your first success, no matter how small. Perhaps when you learned to walk, to read, to ride a bike. That pride you felt was a glimpse of the power you hold. Maybe right now you're wearing that pride lightly, maybe hidden under doubt or waiting in the shadows. But it's there. I promise you, right now, take a deep breath and recognize that you're alive, you're here, and you have a purpose. That is greatness. Now, let's talk about what comes after you decide to claim that greatness. Imagine you are about to take off in a powerful rocket. You have fuel, you have power, but if you don't set the destination, you'll just spin in space. Your dreams and goals are your destination. Without a vision, your greatness has nowhere to go. Close your eyes for a moment. See the life you want. In your mind, draw a vivid picture. Where are you living? Who is beside you? What are you doing with your days? What does joy feel like? This is not daydreaming, my friend. This is planning. This is giving shape to that greatness inside you. The vision you hold in your heart becomes the guideposts of your journey. I've seen dreams take root in the darkest places. There was once a young man sleeping in a battered alley who every night wrote his future on a wall with chalk. I will become someone who can help my family out of poverty. He believed in that picture. Each morning, he wiped the words away and took a step toward them, applying for school, taking any small job he could find to save money. Many nights there were tears, but the vision kept him going. Years later, he graduated at the top of his class and used his success to lift up his community. He never forgot that night he drew his future in chalk. He carries it inside him every day as proof that a vision can come alive if you believe in it. Your vision can be just as powerful no matter where you are now. Whether you are a CEO in a boardroom or a student with empty pockets, plant a seed of a dream and nurture it. Write it down. Draw it if you have to. Don't laugh at your own dreams. Respect them. The universe has a way of aligning with what you truly believe. What you imagine with passion, you begin to create with your actions. It's okay if right now your vision is fuzzy. We all start with a sketch, not a masterpiece. But start drawing. Start writing down those dreams. Even the faintest spark of imagination can ignite the fire of action. You have that freedom. You can choose your story. Choose to make it grand. Think of the greatest inventions, the greatest moments of change. They all started with a vision in someone's mind. The first light bulb, the first airplane, the first rocket, all were dreamed into existence. If they can do it, why not you? Your thoughts can shape the future you create. Picture your life 5 years from now. Will it be a reflection of this moment or a blossoming result of the dream you planted today? Hold that vision as your North Star, because storms will come, but if your eyes are on the prize in your mind, no storm can push you off course. Dream in vivid color. The world around you is already gray enough. Plant that flag of purpose and keep pushing toward it, because the world needs the unique gifts that your vision will deliver. Now let's turn to something everyone will face: struggle. I know, nobody wants to hear this, but it's true. Greatness is forged in the fire of adversity. Every champion you admire has scars. Every leader has setbacks. Those around you who have achieved success didn't do it walking on rose petals, they did it walking through the fire. Imagine a blacksmith hammering steel. The metal is bent, twisted, burned hot. It feels pain and pressure, but that very process makes it strong. When the fire is done, you have a sword ready to face the world. You, right here, right now, you are that metal on the anvil. Each challenge, each failure is a blow from the hammer. It hurts, but it's shaping you into something stronger. Think of every success story. Do you know the road it took? There were endless no's and closed doors, but they kept going. I want to tell you a story of a simple seed. It gets planted deep underground in darkness and dirt. You know what happens? It reaches up, pushing aside soil, ignoring how dark it is. It rains, winds blow, animals trample above, but the seed keeps pushing. Then one day it bursts out of the ground and grows into a tall, mighty tree. That tree. It never knew it was supposed to be only a seed. It believed it was meant to touch the sky. You are like that seed. Each storm in your life is just soil that you're pushing through. Each failure is like rain nourishing you. If you let it, these struggles will make you reach higher. Do not let any of these obstacles make you shrink. Let them stretch you toward the light. When adversity says, give up, let your heart roar. Not today. When doubt says you can't, let courage whisper, I already am. Remember, it's not the mistakes you make, but the lesson you pick up afterward that counts. Michael Jordan, one of the greatest players of all time, missed more than 9,000 shots in his career. He failed over and over, and that is why he succeeded. Each failure was fuel for his fire. Wherever you are in life, whether you're on top or at the bottom, recognize this. The tough seasons are shaping you. Right now, if you feel like life is beating you, take a moment and realize that it's actually teaching you. For you who have faces of success, see your failures not as bricks in your path, but as stones sharpening your sword. And for you who feel beaten down, know that these trials are temporary, but the strength they build in you is permanent. Never let a struggle define you. Instead, let it refine you. Each struggle is a step up the mountain. Without those steps, you'd never reach the summit. Welcome the challenges. Embrace them. Feel the fire. You are being purified into the person you were meant to be. Every story of incredible triumph has its valley of hardship. It's in the valley you gather strength. Stand tall amidst your struggles. Hold your head high, because you know something that your troubles don't. Nothing can defeat the soul that refuses to give up. Keep going. Your victory is on the other side of this moment. The only way through is up, and you, right here and now, have the strength to climb. We've talked about internal strength and vision, but there comes a time in every journey when you must actually act. Courage is what turns those dreams into reality. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's moving forward in spite of it. You can feel the fear in your throat, that tight knot in your stomach, and still say, I'm going to do this anyway. Remember when you first tried something hard like riding a bike or speaking up in class? You probably felt terrified of falling or being laughed at. But then something magical happened. You took that first wobbling step or uttered that first shaky word, and you found out you could do it. When the fear first creeps in, that's your cue to march on. That's when your greatness is truly being tested. Look, I know some of you are already standing on mountaintops. Even then, I'm asking you, will you keep climbing? Or will you sit on your peak and never reach for the sky beyond it? And for those who have been valley-bound, maybe trapped by circumstances or fear, hear this: the path out of the valley begins with one small step forward. Even if it's shaking, greatness lies on the other side of your comfort zone. That beautiful life you're dreaming of is not in your routine, it's in the unknown. You might say, I'm afraid of the unknown. So am I, so is everyone. But courage is realizing that the unknown is where everything new begins. Picture a high dive. You stand at the edge, heart pounding, knowing the pool below is deep and inviting. But the leap is still scary. That split second when you jump is terrifying. But when you surface in the water, there is nothing but exhilaration. The jump is what unlocks the joy. In your life, that jump might be starting your business, asking that person out, moving to a new city, or even simply raising your hand to volunteer for something big. The moment you do, you'll find the rush of life comes back. And if you stumble, dust off, make adjustments, then jump again. Each jump makes you braver. I know people who took that leap at midnight, surrounded by silence, out of sheer belief. A single mother working 3 jobs took her last, a 20 to pay for a business card at a networking event. She felt fear, but that night she walked in with head held high. The business wasn't guaranteed, but that one act of courage changed her life. Courage doesn't have to roar. Sometimes it's the quiet whisper at night that says, try one more time. It's the steady hand reaching out to the future, even when the present hurts. So stand up, take that step, speak your mind. Leave that job that doesn't feed your soul. Sign up for that course. Look into the mirror and tell yourself, I will try, and I will not stop. Every warrior has doubted themselves before battle. Every hero had a beating heart, but they went forward anyway. Right here, right now, you have a choice. Decide to be brave for the person you will become, because through courage, your dreams become plans, and your plans become achievements. You were given this life to shine, to take risks, to dare greatly. So dare. We've talked about the battles within your heart and mind and the actions you can take. Now, let's talk about your thoughts. Your mindset can either lift you up or hold you down. A positive mindset is like having a loyal friend on your shoulder, whispering, yes, you can. A negative mindset is like having a bully taunting you, no way you'll succeed. Imagine your mind as a garden. Every thought you have is a seed. You plant seeds of belief or seeds of doubt. If you ignore the weeds of negativity, they will choke the garden. But if you nurture hope and positivity, they grow into a lush garden of possibilities. You have to be the gardener, choose what to water. Take a look at your own language. How often do you say, I can't do this, or this always happens to me? These words are not truths. They are heavy chains you wrap around your feet. Replace them with, I will figure out how, and watch your feet set free. Let me share a story. 2 people are locked in a burning building. One says, this can't be happening, I'm going to die. He panics and stays frozen. The other says, I will find a way out, I'm going to live. She stays calm, looks for an exit, and eventually escapes. Same fire, same danger, but their thoughts made the difference. Right now, whether you know it or not, your mind is setting the stage for your future. If you say, I have nothing, then you will find reasons to believe that. But if you say, I have something to give, doors will start appearing. Always remember, you create your world with your words. If you speak limitation, you limit yourself. If you speak possibility, you awaken your path. Consider the company you keep too. Your friends, your social media, even what you read, they all feed into your mind's garden. Surround yourself with encouragement. For every negative voice you hear, drown it out with 10 positive affirmations. You are talented, you are worthy, you are built for greatness. Pay attention to the good in your life. Every night, list 3 things you're grateful for, and watch how this simple act turns your thoughts toward the good. If you wake up to sunshine, be glad for the light. If you work a hard day, be proud of the strength that gave you success. Build on gratitude until it becomes as natural as breathing. Because an attitude of gratitude protects your spirit from doubt and fear. So if ever you feel yourself sinking under dark thoughts, stand up and choose a better one. Paint the sky of your mind with optimism, not the grays of doubt. Remember, your mind is yours to command. Use it to create your future, not to fight with yourself. Vision and mindset have brought you this far. Now comes the test of perseverance. Dreams are great, beliefs are powerful, but none of that matters if you don't take action. Every day you have to work for your dreams as if your life depends on it, because in a way it does. Think of sailing a ship. You can see the distant shore in your mind, but if you never man the sails and catch the wind, you'll never arrive. Setting one sail is easy, but holding it steady is where persistence is required. You must keep adjusting the course day after day. It's the small, consistent efforts that move the ship forward. I want to tell you a story about a sculptor. Imagine a great block of marble. At first glance, it's just rock, but a sculptor sees the masterpiece inside. Every morning, the sculptor comes out with chisel and hammer and chips away a little. Little by little, stroke by stroke, the angel emerges. It wasn't carved in an instant, but through day after day of persistent work. You are the sculptor, carving away at your dreams one small action at a time. Maybe you have goals so big that they scare you. That's fine, but break them down. Want a successful business? Do something today to move it forward, even if it's tiny. Write one email, talk to one person, make one call. These steps will add up like raindrops filling a lake. Want to get fit or learn something new? Put in one more rep, read one more page. Those little things sound insignificant until you see how far they take you. There will be days when your motivation runs out, when the energy is gone, when every bone in your body wants to quit. During those days, just put one foot in front of the other. Award yourself for small wins. I did what I needed to do today. You don't need a grand celebration for every step, but whisper, "Good job anyway." I know someone who wanted to run a marathon. She started by running 1 block, the next day 2 blocks. The next week, she ran around the park, then the neighborhood, slowly building endurance. It wasn't overnight. It was thousands of steps over months. Today, she is training for triathlons. It wasn't luck, it was steady action. You will hear stories of overnight success. They make great headlines, but behind the scenes, there are years you didn't see, years of waking up, doing the work, falling, getting up. Every successful person, from entrepreneurs to athletes to artists, has this in common: they started. They didn't wait until they had all the answers or until it felt perfect. They took a messy, imperfect action anyway. Then they took another, then another. Eventually, momentum carried them. Starting is important, but staying the course is critical. Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither is your dream life. However, every single day, brick by brick, your world is being built. So I ask you, what will you do today? Not next week, not when it's convenient. Right now, decide to do one thing, even if it's just one step. Take it. The day you decide to act is the day your life truly changes. No more some days. No more maybe laters. The time is now. You will never get this day back. Don't look back at the end of your life and say, "What if I had tried?" Claim your future by claiming your actions today. We've talked about personal greatness, vision, struggle, courage, mindset, growth, and taking action. Now let's talk about your surroundings, your battlefield, and the people around you. Take a look around. Who are the people you spend time with? What kind of conversations do you have? Are they lifting you up or bringing you down? You deserve to be around people who believe in you, challenge you to grow, and support your dreams. If someone's vibe feels off, or they constantly remind you of your limits, maybe it's time to change the channel. Life is too short for negative influences. I'm not saying cut everyone off at the first sign of worry. We all have skeptics. But remember, even the strongest lion roars in the company of lions, not sheep. Surround yourself with dreamers, doers, and believers. If your circle is full of doubters, add one believer at a time. You need voices that tell you, "Go on, you can do it," more than those that whisper, "Maybe don't." It's like radio frequencies. Tune into one and you'll hear static. Tune to a clear station and you catch your favorite song. Your mind is listening. Make sure you tune into frequencies that play harmony, not noise. For example, someone could have been born with an engine of determination, but if every hour they're beaten down by negativity, that engine stalls. So protect your dreams like the most precious thing they are. Take breaks from draining relationships. Find mentors, podcasts, books, anything that fills your mind with inspiration. Also watch the media you consume. Don't let the headlines steal your peace. The world has enough pessimism. Choose optimism. If you fill your time with success stories, gratitude conversations, uplifting music, you'll be amazed how your environment boosts your own energy. Think about sunlight. Plants need sunlight to grow. In shade, they won't flourish. Are you standing in the sunlight of encouragement or under the shadow of doubt? You can always step into a new light. I know a young athlete who every day practiced harder when he was alone than when his teammates were around. But every night, his teammates would belittle him, saying, "You're going nowhere." One day, he made a hard choice. He started training with a different crowd, other athletes who worked as hard as he did. In a year, he beat all his old competitors. The change of environment unlocked his potential. Remember, saying no to something negative is saying yes to something positive. If someone tells you you'll fail, respond with, "Watch me." If an opportunity arises that aligns with your goals, jump on it, even if it means stepping into a new, unfamiliar environment. Pay attention to your physical space as well. Is it full of clutter and chaos, or is it clean and full of inspiration? Sometimes even small changes, a tidy desk, a motivational poster, or a dedicated corner for your work can elevate your environment. You are the designer of your destiny, and that includes where you stand. So fill your life with people and places that energize you. If you ever feel stuck, ask yourself, what can I remove or change that will bring fresh air into my world? Because you deserve an environment where your greatness can grow and breathe. By now, we've explored personal greatness, vision, struggle, courage, mindset, perseverance, and influence. There's one more essential step, using your greatness to serve others. Because greatness isn't just about you. It's about what you do for those around you. When you rise, invite others to rise with you. The measure of your greatness can often be seen in how many lives you touch. Think of someone who believed in you when no one else did, who helped you when you were down. How did that change you? Now imagine being that person for someone else. Picture this. You are looking in a mirror one day, and your reflection asks, what did you do with what you were given? The answer you'll give yourself in that moment is the true legacy of your life. This moment is not far off in the future. It's here now in the choices you make today. You can start small. Share your time, your encouragement, or even a kind smile. A student helped another student study and found he taught himself more. A single compliment can turn around a person's entire day. There is power in caring for others. There was once a wealthy businessman who had everything he wanted except peace. He felt empty inside. One day, he decided to donate a simple coffee to a stranger with a note, "You matter." It cost him almost nothing, but to that stranger, it meant the world. That man discovered something important. When you pour into others, your own cup is refilled 1,000-fold. Greatness flows outward, like a lamp lighting another lamp. Your light should shine to dispel darkness for others too. When you share your knowledge, you create new leaders. When you offer your help, you build communities. This applies whether you have millions or you have nothing but hope. If you have wealth, use it to create opportunities. If you have talent, use it to inspire. If you have a caring heart, use it to heal. You have something unique, your life. Share it. Ask yourself, what is something small you can do right now to help someone? A hand to a stranger, mentoring a young person, volunteering an hour. None of these diminish you, they elevate you. Robert Ingersoll once said, "Why rise by lifting others?" This isn't just a nice thought. It's a truth written into the fabric of the universe. The kindness you put out comes back to you in strength and soul. Even if you have no money, you can give encouragement and vision. If you have no time, you can share your talents or lend an ear. Everything you do to help another is a deposit in the bank of legacy. Remember the great leaders and heroes. Many were remembered not just for what they achieved, but for how they used that achievement to help others. When you serve, you become part of something far bigger than yourself. You start a ripple that becomes a wave. So as you claim your greatness, don't be selfish with it. Be generous. Whether you know it or not, right now, someone out there needs the very thing you have. Maybe your smile, maybe your wisdom, maybe your work ethic as inspiration. Stand up and say, I will share my greatness. Because the most extraordinary lives are lived in the service of others as much as in the service of self. Finally, remember this, your journey has no finish line. There is always another hill to climb, another dream to chase, another chapter to write. Every day is a chance to grow and become more. And that is the final secret of greatness, the determination to keep moving forward, no matter how far you've come. If you ever feel like you've made it, know that there is another level just beyond your reach. Every person who ever achieved one dream looked ahead and said, "Is that all there is?" They soon found a new dream. If you rest, you rust. If you stop learning, you stagnate. Life is about constant expansion. Think of yourself as an ocean vast and uncharted. No matter how deep or wide you are today, there is always more to discover beneath the surface. Don't box yourself into one chapter of your story. Maybe today you know yourself as a writer, tomorrow as a traveler, next week as an entrepreneur. Keep exploring who you can be. The world is changing, new challenges arise, and every one of them is an opportunity for you to grow, adapt, evolve, improve. Tackle new skills, read new books, meet new people. Curiosity is the fuel of genius. Never let it die. I know an older gentleman who, after retiring at 65, took up painting, something he always wanted to do but never did. By 70, he held his own gallery showing. If someone at that age can start something new, there's no limit for anyone. No matter what stage of life you're at, your best days are ahead of you. It's not over until it's over. It ain't over until you say it's over. So say it loud to yourself today. My journey continues. I will keep climbing. As you claim your greatness, remember to stretch it farther. Imagine yourself not just here, but 5 years, 10 years, decades from now. See that version of you in your mind, with wrinkles and gray hair perhaps, still chasing dreams, still hungry. Because the day you stop dreaming and growing is the day the story ends. Even if you've already achieved much, dare to imagine something even bigger. Think of Colonel Sanders, who franchised KFC at 65, or Grandma Moses, who started painting in her late 70s. They never stopped. You don't have to look far for proof that age and circumstance are not your jailer. As long as you're breathing, your story is still being written. The road of greatness is endless. It flows like a river to the ocean. Keep rowing, keep steering, and don't ever look back thinking you've arrived, because the adventure of growth never ends. Your time is now, and the rest of your life is ahead of you. Whatever you decide to do next, commit to doing it better than you ever thought possible. Because when you never stop, you have truly claimed your greatness. And so we come full circle. You remember that silence before the storm, that night of uncertainty. You are not the same person who entered with that silence. Together, we have unlocked truths, that you have greatness inside, that you can dare to dream. That struggle is your teacher, and that courage will carry you forward. We have kindled the flame of vision and fanned it with action. We have explored the depths of your heart and discovered how brightly you can shine. Your life is now a call to action. You've heard the words, now feel them. You've read the roadmap, now travel the road. The journey of claiming your greatness ends with one simple step, the one you take from here on out. Go home today and do that one thing you have been thinking about. Speak the word of belief to yourself and others. Stand a little taller, walk a little prouder. The only thing standing between you and your dream is the story you keep telling yourself. Rewrite it now. Look at your hands. They are not empty. They hold your future. Reach for what is in front of you with courage and resolve. The power to change your life is there. The person you will become is looking back at you, ready to write the next chapter. Now, I ask you, will you walk out of here still waiting, or will you rise and say, I claim my greatness? The path ahead requires you. The moment demands you. The world is waiting for the gifts you were meant to give. So take a step. One step, then another, and see how this single decision changes everything. Your greatest act of courage starts right now. Breathe in your strength, step into your power, and show the world the greatness that you claim as your own. The stage of life is set. The spotlight is on you. This message is for everyone here, whether you are wealthy or struggling, whether you've soared or just begun to fly. Your greatness is real and ready. There is something deep inside you that the world desperately needs. It's not your money. It's not your title. It's not the car you drive or the job you hold. It's your story. That's right. The very thing you may have been running from, hiding, or trying to forget, that's the thing that can transform not just your life, but someone else's. We live in a world obsessed with perfection. Social media shows the highlights, the wins, the vacations, the celebrations. But life is lived in the shadows, in the valleys, in the parts we don't post. And it's in those places where our power is forged. See, you've been through things that could have broken you, but you're still here. That means something. That means you're not weak, you're resilient. That means you didn't drown. You learned how to breathe underwater. I want you to hear me clearly. Your story is not a shameful secret. It's a survival manual. Someone right now is walking through the storm you just came out of. They're doubting themselves, questioning their worth, thinking about giving up. And your story might be the lighthouse that keeps them from crashing. But they'll never see the light if you hide it under fear. I remember meeting a man years ago. He told me, "Les, I can't speak like you. I've got too many skeletons in my closet." I said, "Brother, open that closet because those bones will become your testimony." See, he grew up in a broken home, never knew his father, got mixed up in the streets, and went to jail at 19, spent years behind bars. But when he got out, something clicked. He knew he couldn't undo the past, but he could use it. He started talking to young boys in the same neighborhood where he once ran wild. Boys headed down the same road he walked. And you know what happened? They listened because he had the street cred, not just his past, but his truth. He knew their pain, he spoke their language, and his story saved lives. That man now runs a nonprofit for at-risk youth. He's helped hundreds of kids turn their lives around, not because he hid his past, but because he shared it loudly, proudly, as a weapon against hopelessness. His story became his power. So let me ask you, what part of your story are you hiding? Because you think it's too much, too ugly, too painful. What if that part is the exact thing that makes you unstoppable? Too often, we think we need to be perfect to inspire others. But nobody relates to perfect. People connect to real. And you don't have to be perfect to be powerful. You just have to be honest. You see, pain purifies purpose. Every wound you've carried, every heartbreak you've endured, every setback you've overcome, it's given you wisdom. And that wisdom is meant to be shared, not as a sermon, but as a light. Not to preach, but to say, "I've been there, I survived." And you can too. There's a young woman out there thinking she'll never recover from heartbreak. Someone else just lost a job and thinks they're worthless. Another is battling addiction and doesn't know where to turn, and you might be the voice that helps them breathe again. Not because you're a motivational speaker or a celebrity, but because you've been through it, because you kept going, because you turned your scars into strength. I know people who have been abused, abandoned, homeless, addicted, bankrupt, and today they are warriors, champions, mentors. Why? Because they stopped running from their story and started owning it. They didn't let their past define them. They redefined it. They used it as fuel. So, if you've been through something, if you've had to fight to stand, to smile, to speak, your story matters. And it's not just yours to keep. It's a gift someone else is praying for. Right now, someone out there is waiting to hear your voice, your truth, your testimony. They don't need perfection. They need permission to feel, to fall, to get back up again. And when you tell your story, you give them that. So don't bury your past. Build with it. Don't curse your scars. Celebrate them. They're not signs of weakness. They're proof that you healed, that you made it. And if you made it through that, you can make it through anything. Let your story breathe. Let it live. Let it fly. Because someone out there is holding their breath, waiting to know they're not alone. And you, yes, you might be the only one who can reach them. So stand tall, speak loud, and never, ever forget your story is your power. Girines requiris secura facie. You can't climb a mountain with your hands full. You can't soar to new heights while clinging to what's keeping you grounded. If you want greatness, you've got to give something up. That's the truth most people don't want to hear. But it's the truth that transforms lives. Greatness has a cost, and the ones who reach it are the ones willing to pay. There was a time in my life when I had nothing. I was sleeping on the floor. I was eating toast. peanut butter and noodles. Not because it was trendy, because that's all I could afford. I remember looking up at the ceiling in the middle of the night, wondering, is this worth it? Is this dream worth the pain? And let me tell you something, it was. Because I wasn't sacrificing for pain's sake. I was sacrificing because I saw something greater. People see success and assume it just happened. They see the lights, the audience, the stage. They don't see the loneliness, the discipline, the hunger, the rejection, the nights you cry yourself to sleep, the mornings you wake up and keep going anyway. Greatness doesn't arrive by accident. It arrives through intentional sacrifice. That means choosing long-term purpose over short-term pleasure. That means being misunderstood, underestimated, even laughed at, and staying focused. I've met dreamers who gave up too soon because they weren't willing to let go. They wanted the success, but not the sacrifice. They wanted the spotlight, but not the shadows. You can't have it both ways. You can't build an extraordinary life on comfortable decisions. Greatness lives outside your comfort zone, and comfort must be sacrificed to reach it. Sometimes you have to sacrifice comfort. You have to get up earlier, stay up later, work harder than everyone else. Not because you enjoy pain, but because you know you were built for more than mediocrity. You have to sacrifice time you'd rather spend scrolling, sleeping, partying, relaxing. Because while others are wasting time, you're investing it. You're planting seeds for a harvest they can't see yet. Sometimes you have to sacrifice relationships. I'm not talking about family or love. I'm talking about the people in your life who drain you, distract you, or deny your vision. The ones who say, you've changed. Good, change is the price of progress. If someone isn't growing with you, they're holding you back. Let them go. Your future is too important to carry dead weight. Sometimes you have to sacrifice habits, those old patterns, those addictive comforts, those behaviors that feel good but cost you your destiny. Maybe it's procrastination. Maybe it's fear. Maybe it's negative self-talk. Whatever it is, it's got to go. You don't just stumble into greatness. You fight your way there. You cut away everything that doesn't serve the vision. You burn the ships. No turning back. I know a man who built $1 million business after years of homelessness. He lived in his car, showered at gas stations, worked 2 jobs. People said, you're crazy. But he kept building. He gave up everything that didn't lead to his future. And now he teaches others how to rise. That's sacrifice. That's greatness. You can't ask for more while staying the same. Life doesn't work that way. If you want something you've never had, you have to become someone you've never been. That transformation doesn't come easy. It comes with cost, with tears, with sweat. But let me tell you, the reward is worth every sacrifice. So I'm asking you today, what are you willing to give up so you can grow up? What do you need to release so you can rise? What comfort must die so your dream can live? These are the questions that define your future. Don't be afraid of the cost. Be afraid of regret. Be afraid of waking up 10 years from now wondering, what if I had gone all in? You don't get to keep everything and still step into greatness. That's not how it works. But here's the beautiful part. When you sacrifice what's lesser, life gives you what's greater. When you walk away from the shallow, you step into the deep. When you let go of what's good, you make room for what's great. Sacrifice is not suffering. It's strategy. It's saying, I choose my dream over my distractions. I choose my future over my feelings. I choose the mountain, not the comfort of the valley. And in that choice, you reclaim your power. So today, decide what you will give up to go up, because your greatness is waiting. And it's not waiting for your convenience. It's waiting for your commitment. You want extraordinary. Then give up ordinary. Trade comfort for courage. Trade safety for strategy. Trade what's easy for what's eternal. Greatness will never chase you down. But if you chase it with all you've got, if you sacrifice, stretch, and stay the course, it will meet you on the mountaintop. And on that day, when you look back everything you gave up, you'll realize you never lost anything. You simply traded up. In the end, the journey to greatness was always inside you. You just needed the belief to awaken it. So go out there and live the life only you can live. Claim your greatness because it has been waiting for you all along.